much of a forest. The water's still running up here. Let me see if I can find a pool to dip into. I think there's a pool up ahead. This is it. Oh yeah. This is the one. This feels so good. It's 30 degrees here and I practically ran the rest of the way. So this feels good. Soon these pools will dry up here, so I have to take the opportunity while I have the chance, while nature allows me to enjoy her beauty. Magic. So I don't know if you can hear me because of the waterfall. I think listening to the waterfall is actually more important. But I walked all the way up here. It probably took about 45 minutes uphill, and around the end of it I was running. So I definitely have more energy. And I talked to the Hardy Nutritionals people yesterday, and they said wait until I feel kind of blah like that again before I reduce my meds. So I thought they said once a week, but they said keep going at the same dose until I again feel kind of over medicated. And now I really know what that feels like, because I was totally ugh, and then I just reduced by an eighth and I felt better. So I guess that took the pressure off. This feels so good. Yesterday I went to the hot springs again and sat in the hot springs, and then went in the river, and then sat in the hot springs and then went in the river. That hot and cold therapy is wonderful, especially when it can be between a hot spring, a natural hot spring, and a river. Much better than just changing the temperature in the shower. So I feel so lucky to be in one of the most beautiful places on earth. So it is possible for people with labels, with diagnoses, with these people, these professionals giving limitations and saying how life is going to be, or how life might be, or even now saying, oh, it could be pretty good. Well, it can be really awesome. And right now my life is going between really awesome and really awesome place, but not feeling super awesome in my body. But I at least feel hopeful that one day the two will match up, that my body will feel good and the place I'm at will feel good as well. Maybe my body can feel even better than the place I'm at and pass that on and share that energy like it was when I was first in map consciousness. Might be time to dunk my head. It's just me and the bugs. I was watching a video by Steve Pavlina. He's doing a 30-day video series. Yesterday was 10 months of this video series. But I'm thinking of changing the anniversary date from June 20th. Have that as sort of like the kind of anniversary date. But when I looked, I really started making videos consistently when it was September 11th. So I think that's more of like the consistent video day anniversary. And June 20th is sort of when I was doing a couple days here and there and doing numerous videos a day, but only on like 4 or 5 occasions within that first 3 months. So I'm gonna think of it as 2 different anniversary dates, really. So June 20th will be a bit of a milestone, and then September 11th. So if you have a label, you too can be sitting in a river pool in paradise. And even if I'm here and one day I'm not thriving like this, that's okay too. But at least to attempt to thrive is important to me. And I was thinking about how I needed safety and then self-care and then attempting to thrive. So creating those safety plans and those safety gestures and safety devices and safety items that are a cue to me that I'm safe and that I'll be able to keep myself safe no matter what happens. Safe from myself, safe from the psych ward, safe from psychiatry, even though I still use medications. I do so at my own discretion, not at somebody pumping them into me without my consent, and even against my consent, which I'm not okay with. I'd rather risk the other things than and work harder at keeping myself safe than allowing others to pretend to keep me safe, but really a lot of it is like torture. And they mean well, and that makes it scary because they mean well and it's not okay. So I'm thinking of putting a peer life coaching part on my blog just to see what happens, see if people reach out and want to have a conversation, just to do something. I've often thought that we as peers need some life coaches and people to help us get in touch with our potential, not just get by, and not just drug ourselves and know when to drug ourselves and know when to drug ourselves more and know when we can take less drugs and know, like, it's just so limiting and lame. And I think by focusing on some of these other aspects, then it'll make life meaningful to the point where it's easier to manage those parts that do still need to be managed for now, until we can kind of shake off the chains. And maybe not all of us can shake off the chains, but the more of us that can, the more it shows it's possible, the more other people will attempt to thrive and shake off those shackles, this chemical prison. The water fleas are kind of cute. They're like bouncing around and chasing each other. So if anything, I want to help people bring out their potential. And I don't know if I do. The video by Steve Pavlina was talking about when thinking about your purpose, think about the social aspect of it. Who do you want to be in contact with? And I really love being friends with my peers, but I don't know if I actually want to work with them in terms of charging money. I don't know if you saw the water fleas getting it on. Can't say I've ever seen that before. So the thing is kind of to test it out if I like working with people and just asking for gifts in kind or something like that. And I also want to start the Pure Potential Project, I think, as a social enterprise to bring out potential. So working with people and working together with people. And I really don't know what I'm doing, but I feel like something's got to get started. Well, I don't really feel like something's got to get started, but I'm feeling slightly inspired. Maybe it's that extra energy, maybe it's coming off just a tiny bit of medications. I don't know. And I did make some notes, and I'll talk about them when I'm not by this waterfall. As beautiful as it is. So yeah, maybe I could start talking more positive to actual people. I've just been talking to myself, but I could say anything's possible. Share your visions, we can live our dreams. Maybe don't share them with your clinician and your psychiatrist, but share them with your peers and people who have the ears to listen. Oh, and there are some dragonflies. I don't know if you can see, but one has its butt on the other one's head. Talk about head butting. So these videos are for myself, and if anyone sees them, to maybe be slightly inspired to make meaning and context for oneself again, and restore one's care for oneself. Paradise! Map consciousness is dialogue. And dialogue is unfolding meaning. And we unfold meaning in that state. Our brains are connecting with dialogue and wanting to share meaning with each other instead of be divided from each other based on ideals and beliefs. These altered brain states are part of the solution to the problem, and it's made into a problem. The problem is lack of meaning, and the brain goes into a meaning-making state due to the lack of meaning or having one's meaning shattered. So I'm out of the pool now, and ready to run back. Apparently, I have to watch out for rattlesnakes. Pretty rare, but possible. There's a lot of bitey bugs in here too. See? Those things bite. Since I have some energy, I'm going to try to get outside more and just get in the habit of going for a quick walk or hike. Because I want that to translate when I do finally go back home. I want to be habituated to the outdoors and then not just stay inside. Make an effort to go out and find somewhere beautiful to walk or hike, and also not be afraid, because nature can be scary, but the more I spend time in it, the more I will not be afraid. I can feel the bugs biting me everywhere. They're not very nice. The birds sound so magical. Ow! Get off me. Well, I guess I should go. Let's run down the hill together.